Otus docus tamam and doidum and tamam. Those are the words I like in Turkish and still remember. Daddy still has minced meat left, and that's why I thought we're preparing some meatballs. Today there's köfte. Köfte Turkish style. There's no breadcrumbs in it. I put an egg in it actually. It's actually normally no egg in it, but we need some bond. There are a lot of raw onions in it and a few spices. My secret weapon, cinnamon blossom and mace. And so easy we are at home in Turkey. I show you how it's done. You still need a pan, some oil. I have another scoop to portion it. That's evenly distributed. For our delicious köfte, we need minced meat. I have 400 gram here. Now I have 3 onions, finely chopped. We need a couple of dashes of mustard, so 1 egg, then nutmeg in powder form. Then we've got the cinnamon blossom powder. We have got some black pepper, salt, and 2 dashes of magic from Maggi. Please, just 2 dashes and a few herbs here. Some parsley, some chives, some oregano, and we need some kind of breadcrumbs. And I'll take that because we'll know that later. The low carb almond flour, and that's de-oiled. Then it has this energy balance. Look at that. It's only 7 carbs per 100 gram, and we need not much. And it's we have to cover the köfte a little bit in the outside. We normally use breadcrumbs. I just can't do it because too many carbohydrates. That's why I use this. At the end, it's one bowl dish. I love this expression. Always you put something in a bowl and mix it up, but now everything is suddenly all in one pot, all in one bowl, all in 1 second. A little time you need, but for these meatballs, we need almost no time. We put the oil inside. You see a little trick of me. We'll soak it up all again afterwards with paper towels. And we put the onions in the minced meat right over here. Doesn't that look delicious? Right, the whole portion. Some mustard. Oh, it's closed. No, it works. The egg. And then we'll season it. Pepper. So we can be generous with these herbs. We need some aromatics. Here's the cinnamon blossom. A touch of nutmeg, please, just a touch. It can get bitter. Bit of salt. I'm almost a bit careful with the salt. Mostly dishes are over salted. All food have enough taste of their own, where it takes only a bit to work the aromatics out. And you need great spices and a little bit of Maggi here. Zack, zack, that's it. Only a little bit. Otherwise, you would taste it. We don't want it. We want it tastes Mediterranean, but it has the little umami flavor underneath. Then let's add the little herbs here and stir and mix and incorporate everything very well. Now let's portion ourselves little balls. I've got here this little ice cream scoop, and I just use it to shape all the same sizes, and it goes so quick. And then we've got our almond flour covered baking or sheet. and yeah, we just put it here. It's just simple, isn't it? Scoop it out and put it over there. Zack, zack. Oh, it's like magic, isn't it? It's faster than you can look. The mass is nice and with a lot of onions. That's how it should be. It's a little bit different than normal meatballs, like we do here in Germany or elsewhere. I've been really lucky. It just fits right in the form. Now we coat the little bit with the almond flour as well, only a little bit, see? So we get a nice roasting surface on the outside when we pan fry them afterwards. Then I take them and do a little bit if they're not quite in shape and press them a little bit and flatten them. Just a little bit flattening, a little shake of the tray. And one has only 80 or 90 calories because the meat only has 110, and the onion, it's only 20 calories. So in the amount, it's 100 calories per 100 gram. Normals, they have 4 times of the calories because a lot of fat is in there. Now it's a very hot pan, and we put them inside and shake it a bit from time to time. Look how they fry, how they bubble. Oh, such beautiful meatballs. It looks like a lot of fat, but I assure you that we'll get rid of it afterwards so easily. But we have to have some, otherwise it'll stick in the pan. Now in the back there is our meatballs cooking, and I've got here some paper towels on. They're so sweet with flowers on it. We'll put the bean balls on it afterwards, remove the fat and put them back into the pan, and then they can finish, and we'll have a nice crust and they will be soft and moist. Now the crust is almost formed, and we don't need any breadcrumbs for the crunch, do we? Now we fry them only 1 or 2 minutes on each side, then they are done. Then we can take them out, look at that, and put them back into the hot pan. Without the oil, of course. We want to be slim, don't we? Turn it out only once again, and then we took it out and just wiped off the fat with the kitchen paper. Just put it back as I told you. Look, and they're still sizzling. See that? It's hissing and steaming. That's how it's supposed to be. And then that's our Turkish köfte. Then we put a lid on and put it in the cold oven for about 20 minutes, half an hour, and then they're ready. And now our yogurt dip. It's the turn for the yogurt dip. We need 200 grams of yogurt, some vinegar I took from the cucumbers, the pickled cucumbers, like 40 milliliters. But you have to look out, they should be low in carbohydrates. Sometimes they put a lot of sugar inside. Then I've got the fried onions from the Asia shop. That tastes better than the normal ones. Look, they are bigger in shape. Some mustard, 40 grams, and our erythritol stevia mixture for the sweetness of our dip. Salt, pepper, and some of the fresh herbs. We begin with the nice yogurt. So once the yogurt in, then give in the vinegar from the cucumbers, the fried onions. The mustard is going in. And the stevia erythrit, and then salt and the herbs. We finish the whole thing with the beautiful fresh garden herbs. Look, and the mustard, we stirred, and the Mustard gives a wonderfully beautiful creamy binding. As I said, it would be as a dip good if you want to add a bit of curd and it won't be so runny. I told my viewers already what we have done, but my neighbor, she doesn't know already that I still had minced meat left, and then I made köfte. It's Turkish meatballs. There's no breadcrumbs in it, nothing. Really simple with nice onions and herbs, and then I have a little curd or yogurt dip in that case. We just indulge this together, don't we? So that looks very good, especially when it gets served. My neighbor always have to cook by herself and never gets the dishes served. But the Dr. Slim, it's an exception. These are the köfte, the meatballs, fresh out of the pan. I fried it in a lot of oil, but then immediately taking it out again and dabbed so that they don't soak up with the one can eat that. This is the dip, also without sugar, something savory and with almost no calories and carbs. Oh, isn't that beautiful?